Hey everyone, welcome to another review. I know I've been pretty hard on DC with my last couple of reviews. I did Teen Titans Judas Contract, I did The Killing Joke, and I also did Justice League. Well, today I'm going back to the animation because that seems to be the best part of DC's division, and we're going to do with the 2017 Justice League Dark. Alright, Justice League Dark, for those of you who don't know, is a section of the Justice League where it's mostly supernatural people. Really not the cape and tight wearing superheroes. This is the other guys, the guys who go around on the fringe, more on the magical side of things. So, the basic premise for Justice League Dark, which I have to say is actually pretty cool, is that someone's using magic to make human beings see everyone else as demons. The first scene, you have a woman who gets back-ended by a car. All of a sudden, the person comes out and she sees them as a demon. She goes crazy, starts splitting in her car, gets stopped by Wonder Woman. Second one is a man is in his house and is threatening to shoot this demon with 3 eyes. It's like blob creature with 3 eyes. And you hear a woman's voice saying, "No, it's us as the kids," and the man is screaming with a shotgun in his hand saying, "No, what did you do with my wife and kids?" Superman comes and saves him, and the guy reveals that he had taken care of other demons, and Superman goes to where he says, and he sees a whole bunch of dead bodies. And then the last one, it happens in Gotham, where you see a woman on top of a large building and is threatening to throw her baby, who to her looks like a demon, off the top to kill it. Batman saves the demon, but the girl ends up jumping herself and dying. So they take this information to the Justice League. Justice League is saying, "Oh, this doesn't seem right." Batman totally doesn't, dismisses them and tells them, "You need to start, stop flying in the air, get back on the ground and get with reality." One night while Bruce is shaving, he has a visitor come to his house. And all of a sudden, tell him that you need to see Constantine. So from there he goes to Constantine, and what happens is we have a plot where Batman is helping Constantine get a whole bunch of supernatural heroes together to solve this mystery. And it's an okay movie. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but at no means was I ever really bored, or no time was I really, siding one way or the other. There are a couple of cool scenes. It is nice to see other people, get the praise or get put in the spotlight. I really wish that Batman would have been not in it. He can just put them together and then you go from there. But it wasn't the worst thing in the world. And he didn't talk a lot. The leader of the group is none other than John Constantine. And I'm not gonna lie, I will give the movie a lot of credit for bringing Matt Ryan, the guy who played Constantine in the short-lived CBS show, to do the voice of John Constantine. So basically it's Constantine, Zatanna, Etrigan / Jason Blood, and the ghost character. I can't remember his name right now. But there was this ghost character who, were the main heroes of it. I will say this, for those of you who, because he is shown on the cover, if you're here to see Swamp Thing is barely in this movie. He's in 3 scenes at most. His total runtime is less than probably 10 minutes. So I kind of feel bad whenever they show someone on the cover of artwork or promotional pieces and they're not in the movie. So if you're here to see Swamp Thing, don't watch this movie. It had a really good. There was a really cool fight scene between the Dark Team and a guy named Felix Fausto, where it showed off the animation really well. Constantine came off the best in this show, as he was not only the leader of the group, he was, absolutely true to character. He was a snarky, wise ass who really didn't, when Batman brought up the idea of doing the group, or I should say Zatanna did it, Constantine was like, no, I don't do well with people. So I will give them credit for that. The twist at the end was fine. I didn't have any issues with it. Once again, the last battle kind of felt not as important as it should have, and it didn't feel anywhere near as good as the Felix battle, the Fausto battle. Zatanna was okay as a character. We didn't get any backgrounds for a lot of them except for Etrigan. Him, we got the full treatment of what his background was, but his is actually meshed in with the line of the movie. The main villain looked like Skeletor from the early 2000 remake of He-Man. There's not a lot much else to say. It was fine. The animation was good. I thought the ghost was funny at times. Damn it, I can't remember his freaking name, and it's gonna piss me off. But that's about it. It wasn't a lot. There's an interesting segment with the Batman fighting one of the Justice League members, because one of the Justice League members got taken control of, or they were blinded. That was cool, but there wasn't enough of that. As there was only one Justice League member there, but then again, I guess they did that not to take away from the Dark Crew. The ending was fine. It was okay. If you're going into this felt worse than what Arkham Asylum did, because Arkham Asylum in the same amount of time at least created characters that were easy to get behind, even though they were the bad guys, and they had way more characters in this movie. This movie just, other than Constantine, everyone else was kind of like they had moments, but we didn't know who they were really. I will give them credit though for the Golgothan scene. There's a scene in the hospital, try not to spoil it much. There's a scene in the hospital where literal shit comes out of the bathtub, out of the toilet bowls, and starts attacking them. For those of you who don't know, what that creature was supposed to be is a Golgothan, which is a shit demon. I know that because of Kevin Smith's movie Dogma. So that was an interesting scene, and that kind of made me laugh. For those of you who aren't Christian, you might not get it. So, but is this worth watching? I'd probably rent it. This is definitely a rental. I don't think it's worth owning, or you'll probably want to watch it more than once. If I was to grade it, I'd probably give it a 6. It's 5.5. It's above average, and that's about it. Nothing special about it. The animation is nothing great. It's good though. Some of the 3D using the magic was cool looking, but nothing about the story jumped out at me. Nothing felt compelling, but nothing was terrible all at the same time. So that's my thoughts on Justice League Dark. So later.